Your destination is on the left.
Just arrived here at the cannery. I know I have this silly microphone. That's all I have. I'm gonna use it anyway. Here we go.
Hey!
Oh, what's this?
What's going on, man?
Oh, hello! Who are you?
I am Matt Marver.
Matt Marver. I'm Cora Nemec. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you, man.
And you're just now opening up this place. It's the cannery.
Yeah, we'll be open September 4th and 5th for our grand opening weekend, but we're doing a soft opening, I think, the week of.
Nice. And do you feel as silly as I do with me holding this tiny microphone
Is
in
that
front
what
of us?
this is? Can I help hold it? I can...
Hold your pinky out.
I know, it feels silly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go inside and take a look. Hold on.
A lot of time has been spent right here collecting bottle caps.
So the bar is called the Cannery Bar and Grill, but out back I wanted to kind of theme our entertainment venue. So I'm going to call it the Shine Shack. So when you come out here and you walk this corner,
Oh, this is amazing.
you'll see the Shine Shack right in front, and it'll be...
The Shine Shack here, you have a great stage setup.
Yeah. Kind of just had this idea of this, let's take something and just make a theme out of it. You know, I mean, I guess take a note from this.
And then look at this. Look at that sign, the cannery. All right. So, when this place opens, you know where to... Here's Corin. And then scoot a little closer.
Hopefully this one doesn't end again.
Scoot a little closer in. Half? Yeah, that should be good.
Maybe this one back.
And
Oh, no, we
recording
got the
sound.
picture in there, don't we?
Yeah, yeah. That's recording. Recording. All recording.
It's like that one's like right on my nuts.
I know it's
Okay,
It's,
so let
it's
me-
a low angle.
So,
but
okay, I can go undress.
you just got to sit sideways. It's kind of cuts us off. But what's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Nice to meet you, Corin Matt.
Nice to meet you too, Matt. Where are you from?
The beautiful Biloxi, Mississippi, man.
Born and raised?
No, actually, I was born in Louisiana in New Orleans, and I was
The
actually
Big Easy.
Yeah, the Big Easy. But I was adopted, so my parents got me. They adopted me through the Catholic diocese.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's
Yeah, I
incredible.
guess I struck rich, man.
No, I don't know if you did or not, but
No.
congratulations,
I mean,
man.
I think anybody who's adopted to a family strikes it rich. But anyway, if
A good family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
My family has a lot of history on the coast too, and you know, I didn't know a lot of it growing up, but
Well, do you know what provoked them to adopt?
I would have to say it was my mother. I didn't think she could have kids.
Okay.
My little sister was adopted too.
Right on,
Yeah.
man.
And it was weird because everybody said we look alike. And what's crazy is my younger daughter Madison looks like my little sister, but
Yeah.
there's no blood there,
Right.
you know. So
That's strange how that
there's no
happens,
genes.
though.
Yeah,
it is strange.
crazy.
And so, at what age did you find out you were adopted?
I don't really remember, but I'm assuming. I mean, I kind of like anywhere between like 9 to 12, maybe. And I remember there being a book in my room that was it was like a little cartoon book, and it said
Yeah.
why I was adopted. You know, and from that moment on, when my mom gave me that book, and then they sat me down and they showed me that it was like, you know, you're a gift to us. You're not, and nothing's wrong. And I just, from then on, I was like, all right, cool, I'm adopted.
That's amazing.
You know, and
That's
it really
amazing.
didn't, you know, it didn't.
have a weird effect on you.
No,
at that
I mean, when I
time.
got older, I could kind of see certain little things to where there was a little distance between me and my family, my parents, because it was like, I'd see other kids with parents and they would accept them for exactly who they are. And it's not like my father didn't accept me, but he was always just still trying to put me in a certain path,
Yeah.
on a certain way, and that just wasn't
Yeah.
me. And I did it the best I could.
Let me
for
get this
20
ridiculous
years.
thing off
Yeah.
for a second there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Whew, there we go.
Yeah.
That's just in case we have to buy cigarettes, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, it's interesting though. I've had a couple of conversations with some people who were adopted, and they found out at a certain age, and it had a dramatic effect on them. And it's interesting to hear you say, you know, you were more accepting of it, you know, at that time. But you know, do you know why that might have been? Was it-
Well, I mean, I think they told me at a right age when, you know, there wasn't. I mean, I was old enough to know who my mom and dad were, and I was old enough to know, yeah, I don't care. All right, you're my mom and you're my dad.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me from someone else, but you had me since I was born.
Yeah.
So you're my mom and you're my dad.
Absolutely.
That was it. So, I mean, it was just. I mean, you could see it's weird at times because you can I have a pretty vast family here on the coast, and everybody has traits that look
Right.
like each other, and I just don't look like anybody, at all. And every one of our family members has their own, I guess, black sheep or whatnot. you
Yeah.
know? And
You're like in the Sesame Street thing where it's like one of these kids is doing his own thing.
one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
And it's yeah. So nobody ever made me feel weird. I was always Matthew. I was always family cousin Matthew. So.
Well, that's what's up, man. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. And what was life like growing up then? I mean, if you know that you're in school, your friends are doing their thing and all of that. Did it have any kind of effect at all on the social thing or a rebellious thing or chip on the shoulder or something like that?
No, I mean, I don't think I was any different than any other,
That's great.
normal kid growing up. For the most part, average. It took me a while to understand humor and how to certain places to give it and when not to. And I got a few slaps and a few punches in junior high, and those were life lessons.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they
those are good life lessons right from the get go. So
yeah. I grew up with some real ball busters, and mom jokes were the thing back in the 80s on the West Coast. I found out later on the East Coast that mom jokes weren't considered funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't like mom jokes.
Oh, you're talking about like New York.
Like bagging.
My mother's what? What do you say about?
Exactly. Yeah. You don't bag on moms in
No,
New
you don't
York,
bag
but in
on
Cali,
moms.
it was like that was the thing to do.
Yeah, down here we did it too. Yeah, we got gross.
Well, that's just it. It's like that chips away at this kind of like this hardened idea that we get about life and ourselves. When you can have humor and you can laugh at your own predicament, you can laugh at your own physique, you can laugh at your own whatever.
Yeah.
That breaks down a lot of barriers right then and there. Well, when you were growing up, were you an ardent student? Were you dedicated, or were you like?
No. I was. It was just boring. It was school, and my mom my mom taught me how to read like when I was 3, and she was adamant about it. She was like, she did not like the statistics. Like, I'll say it like this: I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was very lucky to have that life. And a lot of people throw around the word privilege these days, and you're damn right I'm privileged, and I was chosen. You know? And I take that with everything. Like everything adds up to my parents choosing me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
wild.
saying? It's like I try to turn it around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm humble about it because my mom, she pushed me to be the best I could be in school, and dad pushed me to be the best I could be in sports, and I was mediocre in both.
Yeah, but but what did that do for you in terms of like an outlook on life? Like when you're in high school at that age, when you're ready to move on, trying to figure out what you're going to do with yourself.
High school was a little different than most as well. I went to a few different boarding schools.
Okay.
All over the East Coast. I went to a boarding school. We'll just say 7th and half of 8th grade I went to St. John High in Gulfport here. Other half of 8th grade and 9th grade I went to a junior boarding school in New Hampshire. Cardigan Mountain School, Canaan, New Hampshire. 10th grade, I came back down here to St. John, and I'd rather have strangers telling me what to do than my parents, because it seemed more personal again,
Right.
So I was like, ship me back off.
Yeah.
And I went to a school in Arden, North Carolina, Christ School, and then my senior year I went to school in Connecticut, Oxford Academy. And
Far
then,
out.
College, I went to school in West Virginia and ended up getting a degree in graphic design from Tulane.
Oh, that's cool. My mom's a graphic designer. When I was
All right,
growing up.
yeah.
That's right.
Well, that's
Oh, that's your work right there.
Yeah, I do a lot.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. And the fact that you did it yourself makes it even more special.
I was never that
You
good
know?
at graphic design, but I knew how to do a logo. So.
Well, you did a damn good job
Thank
on
you.
this.
Yeah.
So, coming out of college and all that, what were you trying to do in life?
Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much party. But I ended up. Let's see. I guess when I was 20, I started seeing a girl that I was friends with in high school, and then things went a little further, and we ended up getting married very young, and we had our first daughter. Skylar. She's 18 years old now.
Right on.
Yeah, and she got into TCU, go Horned Frogs.
Right.
And yes, but Julie, she's 20, almost 20 years we've been married, man.
That's amazing.
I'm only 41.
Right on, brother.
Yeah,
Though that's great, though. That's great.
I got 3 kids. I got Skylar. I've got my younger daughter Madison. She's 17, and then I got
What is it that keeps you dedicated to your family?
Hold on, I got a 10-year-old boy named Preston.
And a 10-year-old boy named
sorry,
Preston.
okay. Can we cut out those little breaks in between?
No, man, this is live. We all know it's right. I interrupted you.
We're not live.
No, we're not live. No. But there won't be any editing, really.
No, all right, I got you.
But I cut you off.
Yeah,
so
no,
I
it's all right.
apologize
Yeah.
for that.
Oh man, you messed with me, man. No.
But what kept you dedicated to your family during during the times when it was kind of wishy-washy and all
Yeah,
that?
there was a lot of stuff. I mean, technically I was dedicated, but mentally on some other aspects I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't always a good husband and father.
That's why I'm divorced.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
But that's why I'm commending you. That's why I'm asking you this, because I'm curious. In the threat of it all falling apart, what was it for you that kept it together?
I didn't want to be a statistic. I really didn't. I loved my wife, I loved my family, and I figured no matter what I was doing at that immature point in time in my life, the love was still enough for I could stop anything at any time if I really had to.
Yeah.
And a few occasions I did, and still didn't learn my lesson.
Yeah.
But it's not perfect, man. Marriage is one of the hardest things to work on, and believe me, my wife and I have had one hell of a roller coaster.
Well, I congratulate you both on still sticking with it and seeing it through, because I think that this is what we forget a lot is that because I unfortunately wasn't able to make that happen for myself, but I can see how if there was some way during those tumultuous times I could have figured out a way to help see it through, and my ex could have helped figure out her way to help see it through. If we had made that happen, I don't know what would be, the outcome, but I know the outcome would probably be better off for our kids.
Of course.
You know what
I mean,
so long as we got along.
I believe in the nuclear family, man.
Me too.
Father, mom, I guess these days, whatever role.
Whatever.
Sex plays
I know
those
what you're
roles,
saying, brother. I know what you're saying.
But still, the nuclear family, you have influence.
A father figure, a mother figure, whatever that is.
I mean, and I definitely, even if my wife and I weren't gonna make it, I was never gonna not be there for my kids.
Yeah.
And I would have done anything and everything. Screw whatever a court would have said. I would provide.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
Still,
Yeah.
as well as I could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was always my MO as well, man. I completely agree. I could tell a whole story about that, but this is not about me.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're going through life, and sometimes you say in your head, you're like, I may be a drunk or maybe an asshole, but I'm not a deadbeat.
Exactly.
I'm not a deadbeat.
That's exactly right. I have never been a deadbeat dad ever in my life. I've been on the roller coaster of life, but I've always got off on the right side of the tracks.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So when did you start getting more into the business side of life? Like started thinking more long-term survival concepts and building businesses like what you're building here?
I've always, my father's always instilled some sort of work ethic into me. And I always, no matter what I was doing, no matter what was given to me in life by anybody, I always had a job. I was always working. I went to college, got graphic design, worked in a casino environment for a long time. If you look at my resume, you could actually start to notice there's a trend, and it's about every 2 to 3 years. I get tired of a place, and it's whether it's, maybe I was the right guy for a promotion and I feel like I got shafted, or maybe it was just, you just realize there's nothing going on here.
Yeah.
And I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
My own sanity. There's a lot of places like that, man. Eventually, I always knew that if I really wanted to be out on my own and be in charge and do the best I can to have a free schedule for my family, I would have to be, you got to owe to grow.
That's right.
And I always was scared. Like I said, I grew up fortunate. I always had money, but I always worked. And I always tried to see where I could take my extra money or any other money and try to invest it, start a little business or something. I did a while back, I did a little game trailer business called Game Pal.
Great idea.
Yeah, and we did birthday parties and everything.
Yeah, I got one for my son's birthday
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
years back. It was
I
a
mean,
huge hit.
Oh, it was awesome.
Huge
The kids
hit.
loved it, man. The kids loved it. And I did that, and eventually, I think something, I didn't get tired of it. I would have still done it, but it was getting to a point to where I'd either needed to hire like 10 people and really start to expand this or cut it
Sell
out
it.
because I was
Yeah.
killing myself.
Yeah.
And doing that on the side while working full time, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday at a normal gig.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, because I always had to have the health insurance, you know, and that was like, Dad's like, I can't pay for it anymore, so you got to find a job that has health insurance. So we did that. And that was really kind of just tied me to, I hate that. It tied me to feeling like a drone for years, even though I gave myself variety every 2 or 3 years,
Right.
a different place to work. I still felt like I was just, this sucks. But if this is
So
what I got to do.
what was the breaking point though, where you were like, dude, I'm just doing this for myself now. That's it.
The breaking point was, well, I actually had I had a friend of mine that just kept freaking bugging me about it. And he's like, bro, these other bars, you could do, I mean, he's just in my ear. And if you knew this guy, you knew it's like you wanted him to be the guy to hype you up, but you really didn't want him to be the guy to hype you up, you know? And because he's like one of your best friends, you know, and you know it's just coming out of his ass,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But something in it stuck, man, and I was like, I can do this.
That's
I
true.
can do this.
That's
and then
right.
I just started with the step of going to the bank, and it all, you know, I've had nonstop diarrhea since.
I know, bro.
You know, we're not open yet, man, but I'm waiting, man. It's killing me.
Well, what would you say, man? What would you say in terms of a suggestion or some type of advice that you could give to someone else who's fighting to get out of the workaday system and get on their own?
You know, I mean, I live in the typical believe in yourself, man.
Right.
You know, I was very fortunate, and I was able to have money that allowed me to leverage something to start to produce
Yeah.
this. Not everybody's in that situation.
Exactly.
More so, most people aren't.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, man.
No, but that's beautiful. That honesty. is
Take
beautiful.
a step. Take 3 or 4 steps to go to do something on the side. I mean, a side hustle is going to be work. There's never. What do people like to call it? What's the
A laissez-faire type
laissez-faire
of,
money that just passive income?
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, you can have passive income, but you're still going to work hard on the computer getting it done. You're still going to put in the hours and stuff. I mean, it's work. You know, a lot of people are I got some friends that get on to me, or my wife gets on to me. She's like, you're not doing anything down there. The bar's not open yet. And I'm like, honey, I have to be here because as soon as one person has a question, they all have questions.
yeah.
And I have to be there to answer, because if I'm running
the
errands or
foreman.
shopping, I can't answer these questions when
Yeah.
I'm checking out at Walmart,
Yeah.
you know? So she understands. She gives me shit.
But you've done such a beautiful job in there.
I appreciate it, man. It's actually, you know, we built our house about 2 years ago, and my little man cave in there is like a small corner of basically this. So this
Yeah.
is like a huge representation of a man cave, and I had a bar and everything in the man cave, and we partied in it for a good little time. But then I realized that if I was gonna ever pull this off, I had to quit drinking.
Yeah.
So now I'm taking the bar out of my man cave. We're opening it all up for the kids. The kids played in there anyway. There's like an air hockey table,
Yeah.
and TVs and video games and all that. But you know, I have my bar.
That's
You know,
right.
my bar now, so I don't need that bar. So
That's awesome, man. That's awesome that you've done that, though. It's really, really great.
Yeah.
And what do you see for your future right now?
well, you know, I've had people tell me that this is definitely a marketable and franchisable idea, you know, which is great and all. But what I really want to do for this place is, well, this is the only one. This is the only bar and grill in Woolmarket in this area. And there's 5,000 houses. Don't quote me on that number, but there's a lot of homes north and south of the interstate here.
Right.
And they have nowhere to go where they don't have to get on a highway
Yeah.
to go drink a beer.
Exactly.
You know? So right now I'm opening this for the people of Woolmarket, You know, they're gonna be our bread and butter, and I can't wait to serve them.
I love it.
I want to make this though a place for live entertainment, not just for like awesome bands or things that I like to hear, but I really want to have like an open mic night and have local talent come in. I just want to give a place and an
Need a
opportunity.
washboard band out
yeah,
here.
or something.
You know what I
Bluegrass,
mean?
but I mean, I want to give people an opportunity to show their skill.
That's a great
You
idea.
know, and you know, like I kind of got the idea of that. I was watching the show Nashville and the bar, the Bluebird. You know, and I'm like, man, if I could just like pull off something local like that, I think that would be really rich, man. I think that would really put a little notch in our little society over here.
Yeah, you know, but that's actually a perfect, kind of a perfect wrap up right there, because that's some really good advice. Is in your local area where you're at, look around, see what's not there,
Yeah.
see what's needed and possibly wanted,
Yeah.
and find a way to make it happen to bring it to the area.
Logistically, Subway came, so I was like, okay, I got to get some property. You know, like a Subway's coming, I got to get something here, and I got to get that passive income I told you doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So.
I love that though, man. But seriously, man, on your life, you've done such a great arc, you know, from because a lot of the adoption stories I've heard are a lot more difficult and rough.
Yeah.
You know, but the acceptance of it, the being able to, you know, still have the rebellious time, but still get married at a young age and recognize, look, this is more important than the party scene.
Yeah. I mean,
huge.
I even when I was drinking bad recently, when I just quit, I wasn't partying.
Yeah.
It got to the point to where I was going through like half a bottle, sitting in the house, man.
Yeah, dude.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't hang out in my man cave anymore because that's where I did all that drinking. And
Yeah.
I'm like, every time I go in there, I'm like, I'm bored.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's not fun anymore.
It's not fun anymore, you know.
But you have a new game to play.
yeah, I do, and that's local business owner.
I love that.
You know, it's a really good adult game to play, and I get to play it every day.
I love that. And where's the place we're at?
We're at the Cannery Bar and Grill, Biloxi, Mississippi.
Boom. Be there. Thank you so much for spending some
man.
time with me, letting
Yeah,
us
man.
get to know you. The
Thank
more
you.
that we all get to know each other, the better off we're all going to be.
Of course, man.
Isn't that the
Of course.
truth?
That
Give me a
is.
hug.
Got it. Yes, sir. Love
That's
you
what's
too.
up.
Man. Ugh. Family, like I said, I grew up with a silver spoon, but not a silver spoon attitude. I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. But my family, they were a shrimp and oyster company, Marber Shrimp and Oyster Company for the longest time. And then they realized one day when they started seeing all these stray cats come up and start eating all the dead seafood, well, they started putting seafood in cat food. And we were the first on the Gulf Coast to do that. And Cozy Kitten took off. So the name The Cannery is in homage to my family's, the cannery plant where they
Gotcha.
can the cat food and everything. But we also, there's some other decorations that I'm going to be putting on the wall. And I can give you I can send you the artwork so you can, maybe throw them in there or whatnot if you want.
Okay.
But it's not on the wall yet. But they're labels of my family's shrimp and everything from back in the day with our
Yeah.
family's name on it and
That's
everything.
so
Old school,
cool, man.
Sea-Made, Silvercrest labels, Olivia oysters, stuff like that. But then there was a picture taken in like 1982 or 3 of most of all my family members that were in front of the building.
Yeah.
And so I'll give you that picture as well.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
original.
we'll
But
have to
that's
get
the
that.
mural that's on the back wall in there over the pool table.
Oh, that's what that's the
So
significance of the mural. That's right.
So I wanted to do it all. What is it? Not like you don't not detailed, but art. What is it?
Some kind of rendering,
Something like. Well, I didn't want their faces to be really like detailed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Like a cutout version.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
almost a
It's like
stencil-
everybody
stencil
knows
version or
who's who
something,
in
right.
there, but I didn't want it to be like portrait because then be like, oh wait, one man's like, I don't look like that.
At least not anymore.
Yeah. So it's abstract. So it's all kind of
Okay,
abstract
gotcha.
a little bit on the pictures on their faces and stuff, just
Yeah.
to keep it clean across the board. But
Yeah.
that's where I got the, my mom. She thought it was kind of. She was like, don't you think it's kind of when you're showing off to have because our name is on the wall above the
Sure.
in the room. So
As
they
it
think
should
it's kind of
be.
showing off. I'm like, no, I don't think it's showing off. It's homage.
It's
It's
total
like, come on,
homage.
you guys gave me like everything. All this is what added to my quality of life.
Well, just like in Japan, how they have like bring your own cat bars and things, or they have bars where they have cats that you can hang out and pet, and they do all these weird things.
Oh gosh, you said bring your
Now
own
that you
cat
have-
bars in Japan. I'm like, wait a minute, it's a little different with cats in here, man.
But you know, with the food, the cat food
Yeah,
thing and all that,
yeah.
that'd be hilarious.
I got you, yeah.
I would never suggest to bring cats to
No.
your bar, though. Really, not in all honesty. But is the cat food business still
No,
going and all
no,
that,
no,
or what happened?
No, they sold the company to Heinz a long time ago.
Okay.
And we still had land and everything on the beach, but I believe we now lease it to one of the casinos.
Gotcha.
Great, yeah.
Smart move.
Well, yeah, I mean, smarter than I would have thought of. You know, at
Smart
the time.
move.
I mean, yeah, yeah, it's a smart move. You know.
That's hilarious. So this has a fundamental value to you from
Yeah,
a family
yeah,
perspective.
I mean, you
got
got, like
the-
the seagulls.
Now I get it.
The crane,
Yeah.
the house with the windows, and if you look, we kind of tried to mimic that.
Mimic that up
with
there,
the windows.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's rad. That's
You know,
rad,
it's
man.
just, yeah,
Homage to the fam.
most beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I hope it's my family. You can't please everyone.
So in a recap to the recap, if you are going to start your own business, make it historical.
You know,
Bring
try
some
to
history
see
to it.
what works, and you know, maybe it's something in your own life that you didn't even know about, in your own history, that could send you a different path.
And I have a lot of cat lovers who follow me, so I can tell you one thing. They're gonna love the story of the first cat food
The first
family
one, yeah.
to put actual seafood in the
Yeah.
cat food.
Yeah.
That's rad, man.
I hope that's a true
history.
claim, because that's how I was raised believing. So.
Well, we'll find out. They'll find out for
They'll
us.
find out for us. Yeah. Okay.
Again, if you're in town, this is where you go. Biloxi Cannery Bar and Grill, open soon. Great time here at the Cannery. Got to meet some great people, and we will continue meeting great people as long as we're able to. Love America.